I just wanna reach sweet paradise. Today I feel like suicide. I'm just so tired, I've got to rest. The things I locked inside my chest. I feel so trapped in my own mind. It don't shut down like all the rest. They laugh and play while I'm stuck in chess. Today I feel like suicide. Tomorrow I might say I'm alright. I just wanna reach my paradise. I just wanna reach sleep paradise. Today I feel so paralyzed. They say that I don't give my best. I gave my all, got nothing left. Yeah, today I feel like suicide. No one here to second guess. It's just me and my own brain. I feel like suicide. Tomorrow I might say I'm alright. I just wanna reach my paradise. I just wanna reach my
Thank you. My name is Troi Irons, and I'm a rock musician. I'd like to thank Brad and the TEDx team for giving me this opportunity to share my ideas with you guys. I don't know, first off bat, you guys are a great crowd. I mean, it's 10 a.m. or something like that, and we've already breached the subject of suicide, and most people are just having their first coffee, so big up you guys. So I'll launch right into it. I want to talk to you today about how to make it. Success, right? The American dream. It's such an integral part of our society. I mean, it spans across generations. We see it with Generation Z, always trying to go viral on Twitter or Instagram, or millennials trying to find that dream job that not only makes you happy, but also pays your rent, which is like a weird thing. And apparently we're hooking up in record low numbers, so the romance is not even a part of the equation. Globally speaking, though, it's kind of this never-ending cycle. I mean, you grow up, you go to school, you finish school, you need the job. You get the job, you need the partner, you get the partner, you need the house. You get the house, you need the kid, and you need to send that kid to the best school possible, or at least better than your neighbor's kid's school. So it's never ending. It's like success is almost always one step ahead of you. Inevitably, there are days or long periods of time where it feels like you will never make it. And I should know, because that song that we just played called Today, I wrote that when I felt like I would never make it. Just a little background on my life story. My parents are both musicians, so music came fairly easy to me. I mean, I picked up the guitar at age 12, and by the time I was 14, I signed a six-figure recording contract with RCA. So you can kind of imagine the high of studying for finals week and then immediately flying to New York and playing for all these bigwigs and then flying back to Los Angeles and going to all these Hollywood parties and having these fancy meals that you don't have to pay for. So I went from that high to the low of being 18 and living in my car and having no deal whatsoever. So I had to quickly regroup and think, okay, what's my plan for success? Because that didn't make me successful. How am I going to make it? So I thought in my head, okay, I got it. I'll be a songwriter. I'll become a songwriter like Diane Warren. So I decided I'll get a publishing deal. So a year went by, I went through the motions, I got a publishing deal. And the dream is we're going to get you in the room with top producers and, we'll sell your songs to the biggest artists and, the little songs that don't place, we'll put them in film or TV. And a year went by, that didn't really happen. So I'm again at my wit's end and I regrouped. I thought, okay, that didn't make me successful. How am I going to make it this time? So I decided, okay, well, I'm older now. I'm better at writing songs than I've ever been before. I'll just get another record deal. So again, I went through the motions. A year went by, and I signed my second record deal. And I thought, this is it. I've made it. I'm going to be successful now. So I created this body of work that I thought would change my life. And that body of work sat on my hard drive for about a year. And you might imagine that after 7, 8 years, like highs and lows of the industry, I was a little disheartened. More than a little disheartened, I basically gave up. I stopped caring about a lot of things. I stopped caring about what time I got up in the morning. I stopped caring about a certain level of personal hygiene. But most importantly, I stopped caring about whether or not I was going to be successful. And because of that, an interesting thing happened. I started playing the guitar again, like just for fun. I didn't think about formulas or is this going to be a hit song or not. I just would noodle around every day and write about how I felt. So I wrote today, and I wrote this song that we're going to play next called Call Me, and it's about someone I wish had never called me.
You've always had a way with origami words. You're a two-faced, I don't say that to be mean.
you. And so, as the beautifully ironic experience that we call life would have it, those two songs are the ones that motivated the label to move. I mean, I sent those two songs in, and these archaic suits that had been asleep at their desks suddenly woke up and said, "Oh, this is great. We've got to release it immediately. You've got 2 weeks. Finish, mix, and master it. Go." So that's my happy ending, in a sense, so to speak. So I took a step back to assess this happy ending and how I got to this cathartic moment. And I realized that through this journey, I had found the secret to success. And if it wasn't the contracts or, the industry buzz and all the hoopla that happens, because those come and go, obviously, what was it? Then I went back to that phrase that I'd kind of been trying to manifest for the past 8 years at that time, making it. What is it? I believe that inside of every person is a passion, a desire, a seed that's waiting to bloom and be shared with our fellow humans who are going through similar experiences to our own. And no one can take that away from you or control that. It's completely up to you to share that seed. So whatever that is for you, I hope that for your sake and mine, you make it. We're gonna close with one last song. It's called Worst Habit.
Such a pretty little nightmare, all dressed up like mystery. A taste of freedom, now I've got you all in me. You're my worst habit, you're never really gone. You're my worst habit, I never knew it was wrong. You're my worst habit, you closest in my walls. You're my worst habit, never should have started it all. Hanging up on your string,